Good morning, YouTube. Little on the late side. I really didn't even want to do it. I'm just being lazy. But um, I think I'm kind of going through something. Been off too. I've been out of work too long, and I'm kind of miserable. I know I'm supposed to heal up or whatever. Um, I'm not used to not being productive, even though when I look around and see all the stuff that I've done, even in the house, was it really productive or did I make a mess of things? And I know I get a lot of people to say, you shouldn't talk down about yourself, but you got to just look at reality. And good morning, good morning, good morning, Associate Minister. Hey, good morning, Mike. Well, what I'm saying is I'm a little I'm a little unhappy, and because I was thinking about, man, be retired, and I should be retired, and should be. Now I see why some men that get retired go back to work. Um, I'm kind of miserable. I was at home, do all this stuff, and I'm gonna relax, and but I'm not happy, and that's sad. Should I be happy that I'm overworked and underpaid? You know what I'm saying? Should I be happy that do you see what I'm getting at? Oh, that I'm overworked and underpaid. Should I be happy? I don't know. And yeah, I know I'm supposed to be healing. And like I said, I have a sore area down in my groin, and I guess it's supposed to be healing. And I'm just scared to death that something is coming back or something that's not healed. But I got to give it time. Um, you know, and I just been looking over like think I'm a I think I'm a fast today, or just drink a whole lot of water, and I don't know. I just need to do a lot of thinking. You know what I mean? And like I said, I got this week and next week, and then it's back. And then it's finally back to work. But um, and I should be at full strength. But I'm sitting in here eating this junk food and all this stuff, and then I'm feeling miserable and depressed. And is and again, I ask this question: Is working yourself to the bone with lack of sleep and underpaid, is that what makes a person happy? I don't know. Do I sound weird? You know what I mean? Does that sound weird? Um, I I just I thought I figured everything out, and then this is a new turn of events, and I'm realizing that I'm not happy. Um, and like right now, I got I have to let's just I'm gonna turn the table on the subject, but like the backyard, I got to look at the vlogs. I guess I'll go to Facebook and look and see when to believe the backyard. I need to just go ahead and unhook the hoses and bring them inside for the winter. Um, because I was just trying to keep that sod back, keep it, alive or whatever. But I don't want to mess up my remote and so forth and so forth. I don't want to mess up my remote and those those things. But I guess I could practice on my gimbal. Practice with my gimbal. That's one thing I do. I don't want to. I don't want to because it's a lot of work. Jesus, you know. Or I could practice with my drone, but it seems like because I haven't been weed whacking and all of that stuff. For a minute, the bugs are. They're trying to take over. I sprayed the yard. I did everything I needed to do, and the bugs are trying to take over again. And then isn't that crazy when you slack off just a little bit, everybody just wants to come in and destroy your happiness. 'Cause that's my area. Um, I did have, and have been having fun, um, teaching my son how to drive, and he's taken to it a whole lot a whole lot better than I thought he would. Um, and we're kind of doing the opposite. We're kind of doing the opposite. We're actually most people teach folks how to drive during the day. I'm showing them at night, which is kind of sort of harder for a new driver. Um, but he's taken to it, and I haven't felt I haven't felt like a father in a long time. And my son, my son's not a spring chicken, you know. I haven't felt like a father in a while, and that I did have fun doing because I make him put the magnets on the car. We put them all over the place. They're reflective, and we've been having fun. The only problem yesterday, I had, I'm bad with directions coming from his job, and we went the wrong way. And I said, "Man, let me get off this live so I can turn him around." And that part of it, I had fun, and that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that, and then I went and picked him up last night and took him to work and let him drive again. And I did some cooking yesterday. Roasted a chicken and stuffed it with some shrimp and rice and andouille sausage and a few other things. And I made him a dinner plate so he could take and some extra junk food that I had in the house so he could have something um while you know for a lunch break or whatever. And I know that sounds like Susie Homemaker, but I haven't had a chance to do something for him in a long time. And it it did me pretty it did me a really good a good service. Say that. You know what I mean? It did me a good service. And I just say that sometimes you have to in the midst of what's going on, you got to find some stuff to make you happy. And it seems like I start to barrel down the rabbit hole when I start getting depressed or whatever, and that's why I have to catch myself and come back out of it. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to just put sneakers on and go for a walk this morning and clear my head. I don't know. Just trying to figure it out, and hopefully I can figure out what's bothering me, and that's the that's really the gist of it. um, these these big ships, you know, the Oasis. No, not the Oasis. Is it the Oasis? These two big ships on Royal Caribbean. These two big ships on Royal Caribbean. So we're gonna change the subject. These two big ships on Royal Caribbean are running into engine problems. Jeez. So what? When you on a cruise ship and you run an engine problem, do they have a recall? What you gotta go back to the dealership or something? Oh boy. Do you have to go to the dealership? I don't know. But whew, shoulda I don't know. One of the things that I've noticed after the operation, and am I going through male menopause? Because the heat is bothering the bejesus out of me. I need a fan on me. You know, like black women, they need a fan blowing on them at night. I need a fan blowing on me, and I used to not be like that, and I used to actually get sick. And normally, I should be sick as all bejesus, all get out. I should be sick right now, but I see, and I'm sleeping with the fan on full blast. Um, and that's me. I don't know. Should I be nervous? And sinuses, and my sinuses used to bother me so much. Yeah, I think I'm going through menopause. Is that even is that even a thing? Um, I remember when I called it I thought I was going through a midlife crisis. I went and got another tattoo. This is a cross with rosary beads wrapped around it, and I bought an outfit, and I remembered when I looked at my bank account and seen how much that cost me, that midlife crisis was over really quick. I was like, okay, we can't afford this. Yeah. We can't afford yeah, we can't afford this. And that's why I'm like, I'm really kind of sort of happy that I'm married to who I'm married because, especially when it comes to the bills, and I need to look at my I actually need to look at my bills and see what did I forget something because it's too quiet. It's too quiet. you know, I, I gotta check the bills. Uh, I need. I don't know what I need. And this is this morning talk is just wondering what the heck is going on. Um, Maybe I'm depressed about my numbers. When you look, I've lost. I mean, I'm just dropping like a brick. I've lost. I kind of exaggerated before, but I was at like no, I'd say 90, almost 100 hours. I've lost, and I was on such a good growth spurt. It was on such a good growth spurt. That's a growth spurt. But I mean, now that I know, you know, how would you fix it? Mike, you said you've been fighting with the hours for years. How do you fix it? How do you come out of the slump? How do you come out of the idea when you've lost all your ideas? How do you reset? How do you reset yourself to start the conversation over? It's because, a lot of time I was talking about, relationships and stuff like that. And I had to keep checking myself because the stuff that I was talking about, I was having flashbacks of what happened to me in the past. I was having flashbacks and then it was making me unhappy. It was making me unhappy because I it, I'm kind of a little different. When I remember stuff, I kind of feel it. I relive it. And I feel it over again, and it hurts. And that's the empath in me. It hurts, and I didn't like it. So that's why I kind of like sort of sway away from talking about stuff like that, and I try to talk about different and other things, and most people don't want to hear the goofy stuff. They don't want to hear. They want to hear the serious. They want to hear um. They want to hear the mad black man or the mad high yellow. They want to hear that, and not the lost puppy, not the person that's trying to figure out where where they went wrong. I have to reevaluate myself because I should be enjoying this time off. I should be really enjoying this time off. It's going to be hard to get back into driving for 10 hours, sleeping for 10 hours, getting up and driving for 10 hours, sleeping for 10 hours, driving for 10 hours, sleeping for 10 hours, sitting in a seat for 8 hours straight, taking a 30-minute break and driving 2 more hours. It's going to be hard getting back into the swing of things, and I should be enjoying myself. But it seems like I'm going down a destructive path, and I need to hit the brakes. I need to hit the brakes. You know what I mean? I need to hit the brakes and reset and turn around. And I need to find out which I need to find out which part she's gonna go walk in, and I need to start there. Get my big behind out there and walk. That's one. And then two, I need to learn how to relax. I got a week and a half left, and then I'm gonna be complaining. I need time off. I'm gonna be complaining like, oh, I need some time off. It's like a never ending circle of confusion. Oh, okay. I'm about to look at this. Okay. Morning cruising have strong four circles of faith. Help with your physical health, mental health, emotional health, psychological health, spiritual health, and relationship health. Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of it. Sorry, guys. I'm reading it. It's just a lot of people going. you know, um, a lot of folks are going through stuff and they just don't realize they're going through it. Me, I just I done got used to recognizing something ain't right. You know what I mean? Gotcha, gotcha. And something ain't right, and I just gotta come out of it. You know what I mean? I just gotta come out of it, and that at least I'm able to see it and admit it, and then work on it. That's the important part of. You know what I mean? Just good ice cold water. Ice cold. There's a on YouTube. It's got like it says a preview or whatever. I put a preview, and I don't know if it showed or not, but I was sitting out in the driveway, before the bugs started eating on me, and I hear bam, you know, and I walked up to and I seen I believe they call it a lattice. It's like a decorative type of fence, and I thought it fell off the back of a pickup truck or something. And then this little small, Honda SUV came back, and and the guy picked it up, inspected it, and put it back on the top of his car. And this is where it gets really stupid. I don't see how it lasted that long because if he got it from Home Depot or Lowe's, that's a ways away. But he had nothing to tie it down with. So I'm trying to figure out, did he just think it was just gonna just balance there on his car while he drove and the wind was gonna knock it all over the place? I'm just trying, and I it just dawned on me, some of these people got a special type of stupid. It just nothing, no tie wraps, no. And I mean, tie wraps would have ripped it up. The wind would have blew it. I mean, there's nothing that you could have done but balance it on the top of your truck. Good morning, good morning, wellness. Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let's pin that. Social media. sermon. I have a sermon on YouTube channel titled "The Four Circles of Faith," given Sunday, December 31st, 2023, at New Bethel Church at Outreach Ministry, 1065 West Range Road, Memphis, Tennessee. So you out of Memphis? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I mean, he got the whole address, so well, let's just pin that up. So if you're ever in town, check my man out. But um, I was looking at, I was looking, yeah. As always, I'm all over the place. I was looking at my front lawn yesterday, and like I said, I got one one area just looks beautiful green. I mean, dark, luscious, beautiful. I got one little 10 foot by 13 foot, beautiful, and everything else is like thinning out and all. You know. Um, and I just don't want to give up on it. I'm like, well, there's a hurricane coming, and it comes to Florida, and it's gonna, it dissipates when it's over land, so it's gonna be hitting all the South Georgia and it coming our way. So we're gonna get a good bit of rain, in, by Friday. So I need to leave the hose alone or whatever. Oh, okay. Is Memphis where they have like the hot chicken? I want to try that hot chicken, but I'm scared. I like I like food with that, just the hint on the back end of your throat of heat, but like the super hot. I just don't like it. I mean, I could eat some of it if it's good. Like there is a ramen shop, a real ramen shop. I think the guy's Japanese or whatever. He's a real ramen shop, and they have levels of like 1 to 10, and I've actually made it to a 5, and the 5 was excruciatingly painfully hot. Um, but it had flavor, and it was like it was hot like whew, you know, I mean, and sweat, it's sweat just coming out of every part of my body and stuff leaking out of all my the with the orifices of the human body. And but it was just so good you couldn't stop eating. I think the Memphis hot chicken, yeah, I think the Memphis hot is just excruciatingly painful. There's no flavor. Well, welcome in, Urban. Well, at least the more I talk, I'm like cheering myself up because I came in this morning like I was like f bomb the live. I'm going back to bed. Huh? Man, let me get up. Let me walk. Let me go. Let me get up. Let me do this. Let me do that. And and you know, but that's the thing um when you find the the flavor profile that even it can be hot, but you just have to find that go between heat and flavor. You know, because like I had some leftover rice and with some you know stuff in it, but I wanted to add some more shrimp, and then I wanted to add I had I bought some jalapenos and with the seed, I chopped that up, added it to it. You know, had the trinity, which is onions, celery, and green peppers, and I added that, sautéed that up, and I had one habanero, and I stuffed. I put that rice, all the my rice mixture. I sautéed all of that, add all the vegetables to it, and no salt and garlic powder, onion powder, and some fresh garlic, and mixed all that together. And I stuffed it in the chicken, and it wasn't like hot, but it had the hint of the it had it had hint on the back end of your throat of the heat, and that's where I really enjoyed it. That's where I really enjoyed that part of the meal. And I took a little chicken base, mixed it with water, and every 20-30 minutes I was basting the chicken with a little bit of it. Then I seen all the other juices, and then I just started putting the regular juices on the chicken. And I when I look at it, I haven't had time to cook like I used to. You know what I'm saying? I never had time to cook, and now you want good flavor, drop whole habanero pepper. People chop it with seeds. Mistake. That's you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about right there. Tingle and nose run. But I've always it's like the our society is dumbed down because you can't find books on stuff anymore, like how to uh what seasonings work with what type of heat. You know what I mean? Uh it's all oh check the internet. Well, sometimes I want to read it. Sometimes I want to read up on it. You know? Well, they do call you Hot Pepper Mike. Somebody called you that. I can't remember who was that called you that. But I I like to experiment with basic types of food. But here's the thing that what we do, especially here in Atlanta in Georgia, everybody wants to to take uh oxtails and make it with everything. You know, fettuccine oxtail alfredo, um, egg rolls, oxtail egg rolls. You know, oxtail pizza. If you ever look at the TikTok on the oxtail pizza, it's all burnt. It's all nasty and greasy looking, and you're supposed to be proud of that. And we do the oxtails, the lamb chop. It's always oxtails, lamb chops, and salmon. If you see some of the videos of these salmon farms that are coming out of China and all of the parasites and everything that they're finding in these salmon. And some of the salmon farms, the guys that like have they're walking around with hazmat suits, and y'all are like, oh, I want some salmon. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, exactly. No, no, Mike. It's not delicious. They're running it to the ground, and then the price of oxtails going through the roof because these idiots is using it on everything. And then when an Asian person comes along and says you're culturally appropriating our stuff, then we get mad. And when the Asian an Asian person calls us a culture vulture because you're making oxtail egg rolls, we get mad, right? Exactly. Yep. You would like to try it. It is. Yeah. I understand what you guys are saying. Yeah, but you're running when you run one type of product to death, it takes the enjoyment out of enjoying the eating it of eating it. You see what I'm saying? I see if I can find that the video. There's a guy in South Atlanta. You know what can and he's a black man. He's a black man running a pizza parlor. So again, let's talk about cultural appropriate. You know, culture vulture. Let's talk about culture vulture. How good is that pizza compared to an Italian or a Greek who they whole life in you know they start these restaurants because of their great grandma's recipes. I'm just saying. Nah, I don't need many girlfriends. I got one wife and I'm good. Look. You Mike, you just getting hungry early in the morning. You ain't had oxtail nothing? Yeah, you too far north, brother. Yo, Urban need to come down and bring you some oxtails. Yeah. No, and I'm not. I'm saying we're just. we're two-faced. When someone else comes into our culture and and does something, then we call them culture vultures. But when we do it, we don't want to hear nothing. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how dare you? It's just like, we'll come. It's just like our neighborhood. We'll let the neighborhood fall apart. But then when some Caucasians move in and start calling the police and want law and order, and if they spot you coming out of a house with a flat screen TV, they calling the cops on you. Oh, I'm no snitch. No, no. You need to snitch. I remember. I remember this apartment complex I lived in years ago before I met Norma. Um, and I used to work nights, and this boyfriend and girlfriend across the way would fight. I mean, when they fought, no, no, you're right. Well, look. Okay, well, we could really, the Italians are culture vultures because pasta didn't come from Italy. It didn't come from Italy. It came from Asia. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. See. Black people been all over for centuries. I know black Italians and Greeks. That is their culture. Well, isn't there like uh in Jamaica? Isn't there a big Asian population? You know what I mean. And I'm not saying that they didn't get tomatoes till the 1800s. But that's not. I'm not attacking anybody. So please forgive me if y'all think I'm attacking. But we get to this point that you know. First of all, we're not taught all of history in the United States. It's just pick and choose what we want you to know. I didn't find out about the Moors till I was a daggone adult, and I didn't realize that most of Europe didn't wash their behind. They had a serious stinky booty confession. The Moors brought that stuff to how to wash yourself. That's why I love the African soap. Man, that stuff cleans you good. That stuff cleans you good. Where did tomatoes come from anyway? That's why I was wondering. And I understand what you're saying. You guys are saying, but I wish I could give you a picture of this pizza. It looked nasty. And even in the comments, the people saying I ain't eating that. Oh, they drove for an hour and a half to have a ham hock. No, not a ham hock, but an oxtail pizza. But see, you gotta watch out about them too now. Because wasn't it somewhere in Jamaica that what they was it I think the I know what happened in Africa. This Chinese store opened up and said only Chinese people are allowed, and they closed that down. and I think it wasn't there one in Jamaica where they had a Chinese it was a Chinese hotel. I think it said Chinese and whites. Don't quote me on this, but and the Jamaicans burnt it down. They're like, oh, heck no. Exactly. Some chefs make up stuff to follow a trend, but didn't master their cooking skills first. That's why, like, my wife loves this Chopped and the Food Network. These stupid um cooking contests, and they'll make up something. You'll have like 2 or 3 items, like cow nuts, bubble gum, and pistachios, and you're supposed to make a gourmet meal out of that. Really? Really? Let's see. We all kinds of different conversations. That's why foreigners should have rules and regulations when doing business that exclude local colonial mentality. And that's why I was trying my best to be respectful when I was in Jamaica, because I was brought up around a lot of Jamaicans, and I had respect for the culture, and I all I wanted to do was go to Jamaica and get some jerk chicken. I got some jerk chicken and uh I'm gonna say this wrong, rice and peas, and it was more of I was sitting in Jamaica land, and I just was so happy. But the chicken was kind of dry, but the sauce that they put on it was off the chain. Um, and but I was so excited, and when we were walking, because we were trying to find a place that made jerk chicken. But that's all I wanted when we got off the boat. And people was asking, I'm like, no, thank you, no, thank you. We good, we good, we good. Um, and Okay, Frugal Mama. We'll see you later. Oh, I forgot. It's 7 o'clock. Jesus. I'm sorry. God. Okay, guys. Sorry for the morning bull crap. You know. But thanks for hanging with me and cheering me up. I started out the live a little depressed. Um, thanks for cheering me up, guys. I really needed that. You know. I really needed that. I appreciate y'all. Coming up next, Wellness with Fuko Mama. Um, get your workout on, and see you guys tomorrow. And as always, if you don't think no one loves you, know that I love you. God loves you. Hopefully, we'll have a better conversation tomorrow. We just talk about all kind of mess. But talk to you guys tomorrow. Uh, Peace out. Piece of chicken grease or jerk chicken. Hey, y'all check out Fukumama's coming up next. Be blessed. Jesus. These lies, I'll be messing them up big time, but we gonna get it one of these days.